Hi guys, it's Sian and welcome to my first video that is solely going to be talking about the Stranger Things side of my YouTube channel. So if you're not here for the fanfiction side and you're just interested in my original stories, then this probably isn't the video for you, but feel free to look at any of my other videos. So because this is the first one that I'm talking about fanfiction, I thought it might be best to really recap where I'm at with some of my fanfiction stories that some of you will read, and just kind of give you an idea of where I'm going with them and when I'm hoping to upload the next chapters. Get yourselves comfy, grab a drink. I have grabbed a cup of tea. I'm kind of obsessed with tea, so that is me. So the first story that I want to discuss is the differences between us. This is my Lumax short story. It's got 3 parts to it and currently the first part is out. I'm currently working on the second part. This story is about racism, discrimination and religion, but also misunderstandings. This story can be seen as quite dark. There are some very real issues in this story that I hope I can tackle, especially in the second part of the story and the third part of the story. Differences Between Us belongs to the Life You Deserve universe, and it takes place in the summer of 1987. This is just before the party go on their California road trip for the readers of The Life You Deserve. It's slotted in quite perfectly actually into the story, because very much it's about them dealing with their issues over the summer and then going away, breaking away from Hawkins. I have started work on part 2 of The Differences Between Us. I would say I'm about 30% in. I'm trying to juggle very much the darker issues, the important issues, with a bit of humour, with a bit more light in certain areas. That has helped really with the inclusion in the story of characters like Mike Wheeler and Elle Hopper. They really add a lot of light into the story. It's nice to have that. I think I would find it quite difficult to write a story that is pure darkness and no light anywhere. It's not really how I write. Everyone who knows me as FangirlingStrangerThings will know that my kind of signature is to write a happy ending. So spoiler, I will never not write a happy ending in fanfiction. I just can't do it. I tried it once and I changed the end because I couldn't do it. And if anyone wants to know what story that was Happier With You, my first ever fanfic. It wasn't meant to end happily, even though it says Happier With You. But you know. So the second story that I would like to discuss is The Dark Side. So The Dark Side is my Malevolent Halloween story. It's an alternative universe in which, spoiler alert, Ella's a vampire, and she is attracted to Mike. He is mortal. He is not a vampire. To start the story. Now, The Dark Side came out last Halloween. I'm highly embarrassed to say that you poor readers have been waiting for this epilogue for a year. That is very embarrassing to me and I'm incredibly sorry. I'm so sorry. The thing is with The Dark Side, it literally has to take me into a dark side. I have to really get into that character, and it is quite an explicit story. And I think this is probably a good time to remind my readers, if you are under 18, you really shouldn't be reading my mature stories or my explicit stories. Archive of Our Own, fanfiction.net and Wattpad all have their own way of policing the sites, and everything is rated for a reason. So if you are reading something, it doesn't even have to be my fanfiction, if you're reading something and you are younger than they are aiming the story at, then you shouldn't read it. And you know, I wouldn't want you to read something that you shouldn't be. At the end of the day, a lot of my stories are mature, but I do have ones that are teen, and I do have some that are even just general stories. So I would hope you would enjoy them rather than the explicit ones or mature. because the dark side is an explicit story. There's no other way of putting it. It is. It's vampires, it's cult, it's dark. It is an explicit story, and the epilogue will be explicit too. For those who are going to be reading the epilogue and are old enough to read the epilogue, it will be coming out on Halloween. So I hope you enjoy it. The next one in my list is The Long Road Home. Now, this is my most recent fan fiction, even though it's probably the one that I've put the most effort into recently as well. The Long Road Home is a post-season 3 Malevolent story. So the reason I wrote it was, even though I absolutely love Stranger Things, I can't say I was necessarily happy with the way things ended in season 3, especially between Mike and Elle. It took me a while to get over that, to be honest, and it took me a while to feel like I could even write. And so The Long Road Home is kind of my way of resolving how season 3 ended for myself, and hopefully for you as readers too. So The Long Road Home will start with moments that I feel were missing in that 3-month gap that we don't see in the show. So first of all, I'm filling the gap as much as I can with events that I would like to think happened within that time. And then I'm going to turn the story into my guess as to what season 4 might be. And I've struggled a bit here because I have always had a certain vision for how I want the story to be, but then with the promo coming out for season 4 of Stranger Things, they are making season 4 look different to how I expected. And I'm trying to be careful with my words here because I don't want to give away major spoilers as to what I'm doing with The Long Road Home. But after a lot of thought, even though I did want to try and make it as canon as possible, I'm still going to stick with my version of season 4. And I'm writing The Long Road Home as if season 4 is the final season. So the way the story ends is how I predict in my head that the whole season, the whole series even, will end. The last one I want to discuss with you is the sequel to The Life You Deserve, and this will be titled The Life We Deserve. Now, my date really for that coming out, I'm not gonna say because I definitely want to finish The Differences Between Us first, because that is Max and Lucas in teenage years, so I now don't want to then suddenly switch to them being older in the same universe. So I need to get that done first. But I'm on a much more better time schedule with all my writing now, so you shouldn't be waiting too long. So with The Life We Deserve, and I'm not entirely sure if it's what people are thinking it's going to be, it's going to take place when the Malevolent children are teenagers. See, it's very difficult to say things without giving you spoilers. There is going to be the soft moments, there is going to be the fluff, there is going to be very much a lot of the aspects that were in The Life You Deserve. However, there is going to be a bit more of a drama in The Life We Deserve. There is going to be a major conflict that they all have to resolve. And it's just something that I've wanted to do with that story. The Life You Deserve was very much trying to rectify all of the darkness in Elle's life and give her a life that she deserved. So with The Life We Deserve, I think everyone may assume that it's just going to be happiness all the time, but it's not. There is going to be a very dark moment in this story that they have to get through and they have to work together to solve. So I hope people will still be interested in it. If you are or not, it's still going to be something I'm going to write because it's in here, it's been in here for a long time, and I really want to get that out. I want to type it out and get it out into the universe. So I do really hope you're going to enjoy it. So really, those are the 4 major ones that I'm working on at the moment. I have got original stories going on in my head too, and I'm writing them as well. The reason that I'm going to try and update more often, obviously, is Well, the first reason is because for those that have already read my stories, you are incredibly loyal and your comments are fantastic and so wonderful to me. You will say things like, we will wait as long as possible, you know, just take your time. That is so incredibly kind. And I really do thank you for that. I'll take this opportunity now to thank you so much. It really does mean the world to me because this is my passion. But now I'm trying to think of it, and this is helping me focus, I'm trying to think of it as a job. This is my second job and I have deadlines that I have to meet. And that is how I'm trying to think of it to really get back on track. And really that is why I obviously have mentioned Patreon in other videos as well, because this is a second job, and if I can earn any money from doing my passion, then that would be incredible. And then it may, who knows, it may be something I could do full time, which I would love to do, and really work on my originals and work on these fan fictions and just give you joy with these stories, because I assure you it gives me joy too, and my god, it gives me joy when I see your reviews. So please, if you're donating or not, please leave a review. Reviews are like oxygen to a writer. It's the only way we know if you are enjoying the work that we've made or not. And we have put a lot of effort in, you know, we all have jobs, a lot of us have other activities, unfortunately, that take most of our time, so we really are doing this in our spare time, and to get that feedback really makes a massive difference and it keeps you motivated. So I really do want to thank you so much. And if you've never read my fanfic and this is a bit confusing for you, please go to Archive of Our Own, go to fanfiction.net or go to Wattpad and read my work. I have work there that's really suitable for any audiences. I have general stories, I have teen stories, I have mature and I have explicit. I do have that range. That is my writing style. They're the things that I have experimented with and continue to experiment with. So if you'd like to go there, the links will be at the bottom of this video. Please enjoy, and I will be uploading soon, and I'll speak to you soon. Okay. And now I'm going to drink my tea. Bye.